if you get nails and more nails.
We now continue with Smurf.
Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to learn how to make healthy Raisin Bran muffins. For this recipe you will need 1 cup of wheat bran flour, 1 cup of whole wheat flour, 1 cup of either sun-dried or golden raisins, 1 egg, 1/3 cup each of molasses and olive oil, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder and baking soda, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 1/4 cup of unsweet applesauce, and 1 full cup of buttermilk. You will need 3 bowls, 1 for your mixing of the dry ingredients and the whole muffin mix as a whole, a medium size for your liquid ingredients, and a small size for a little something extra we do for our raisins. You will also need a whisk, a wooden spoon, a small spoon, an ice cream scoop to scoop your muffin mix, a dozen silicone muffin tins, or you can use the paper ones. If they're silicone, make sure you spray them lightly, and a muffin pan. Let's get started. First, take your raisins and put them into the small bowl. And a small spoon with your whole wheat flour. Put it on top of the raisins and just stir it around. This is a little trick we like to do so that the raisins, when they are put into the mix, are evenly distributed throughout the muffin. The flour allows them to stay evenly distributed rather than dropping to the bottom of the muffin. Makes for a nice bite. Okay, that is ready. Next, dry ingredients. Your 1 cup of wheat bran, 1 teaspoon each of baking soda and baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of iodized salt. With your whisk, mix it well together. With the rest of your whole wheat flour, dump that in and mix it all together. When you're done whisking it, you should be able to not see the separation of the 2 flours. Using a whisk also allows to put some air into the muffin mix. Just like that. Okay. Put that off to the side. And your other mix. We're going to do the egg. The milk. With your whisk, mix that well. The oil. The molasses. it again. vanilla, and the applesauce. Why do I use applesauce? Well, I'm trying to make it a little healthier, and unsweet applesauce cuts down on the sugar. Because if I don't use the applesauce, I'll have to use honey or regular sugar, which obviously makes it more sweet, but not so healthy. Now, verify I've used all my wet ingredients, which I have. I can move that off to the side. Get my dry ingredients. And with my wooden spoon, pour the wet ingredients a little bit at a time into the dry ingredients. Ooh, you can really smell the molasses. Make sure it's all incorporated. Try not to over stir it. Now, it should look like this. We're now going to add our raisins, the last ingredient. Make sure that is evenly distributed. Until you don't see any more of the flour that was on the raisins. But you can tell that it's evenly distributed, like this. This recipe makes about 2 dozen muffins. With your ice cream scooper, begin to fill your muffin cups. 1 scoop per muffin. Just like that, and it goes right into the oven. They're ready. These took about 20 minutes baking time. Turn off my oven. One of my kids lost one of my silicone baking cups, so this one I have to gently pull it up. They can be hot, so be very careful. And just dump them right out onto a foil sheet so that they can begin cooling. Okay. Careful, it's very hot. Let it cool down. And there we go. Healthy Raisin Bran Muffins made with applesauce rather than regular sugar, molasses, and sun-dried raisins. Now, these might not be as sweet as one would expect them to be because it is a breakfast muffin. You don't want them to be too sweet, and since we are trying to make things more healthy for our family, we're trying to cut down on the sugars. I would suggest you could add some cinnamon or nutmeg to this recipe to give it a little bit of something more for your palate to enjoy. You can also maybe use clove or maybe even a pumpkin pie spice of some sort. Just have fun with those spices, but try to cut down on the sugar. Anyway, hope you enjoy our healthy Raisin Bran muffins. Perfect for breakfast. Bye.